I was so honored when I received word that I'd been named the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser of the Year. But then I realized I would have to say something. I procrastinated writing anything for months. Finally, I recognized that November 13th was nigh, so I set aside 2 hours. I got out my paper and pen and sat. Nothing. I made a snack. Nothing. I played with the dog. I checked my Instagram account. Nothing. So I have decided that this award is not about me, but rather about you and others not here today. You have made me who I am. You have inspired me to care about something greater than myself. I've been so lucky. My parents were wonderful role models who treated me like I was the center of the universe, but taught me at an early age that I was not. That in fact, the world was composed mainly of other people, and most of them were not as lucky as I was. I have the most wonderful sister and husband who love me unconditionally and often in spite of myself. And I have friends who have inspired me with their generosity and who have stood by me and supported me in good times and bad, and who listened to me drone on about Parkland for the last 8 years. Yes, it's been 8 years. I was young and blonde and voluptuous when we started the campaign to build a new hospital. I say we and emphasize that because nothing great is ever achieved by one individual. Most good things are a collaborative effort. They are team accomplishments. And certainly I was part of a great team, including my calm, clear-headed co-chair, Don Glendenning, and the Parkland Foundation staff members who are the best in the business. I've never worked as hard or as long on anything as I did on the Parkland campaign, but it's the most important thing I've ever been involved with. Because just as a great city must have great schools and universities, just as it needs beautiful arts facilities and dependable transportation systems, so too must it have a great public hospital. All the great cities do, and now Dallas has the best. During the past 8 years, I was asked on more than one occasion, why are you doing this? So let me tell you. I did it for Sean, a teenager who suffered a traumatic brain injury in a car accident. He spent 17 days in Parkland's trauma unit, and when he got out, he vowed to walk and talk again. It has taken him 6 years to learn to walk, and an electronic device still speaks for him. But he told me that when he can speak, he will speak out for Parkland. I did it for Jason. Jason is a resident at UT Southwestern who founded the No One Dies Alone program. Now, all of us in this room are lucky enough to have the love and support of family and friends, but you'd be surprised by the number of Parkland patients who do not. Not believing that anyone should be alone at the end, Jason and other residents volunteer to sit with patients facing imminent death, not to offer medical assistance, but to hold a hand or just be. And I did it for Courtney, a high school senior who was cleaning her mother's house one afternoon when a candle caught fire. Knowing how hard her mother had worked to buy the house, Courtney tried to save it instead of saving herself. She suffered third-degree burns over 60% of her body, underwent 20 painful surgeries, and spent more than 100 grueling days in Parkland's burn unit. Yet what she remembered most was the kindness of the Parkland social workers who inspired her to become a social worker too. I don't believe people should get sicker or die sooner just because they are poor. We live in the wealthiest country in the world, and to not take care of those who have no safety net is to me morally reprehensible. I'll never walk on the moon, split the atom, or find the cure for cancer. But as someone far wiser than I once said, if even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is success.